I will film back on my chair at some point, but I'm really enjoying sitting on the floor and filming from this angle. It feels super cozy. I love it. Hey, it's Jamie. Thanks for stopping by. And today's one is a bit different. I have been speaking a lot about books so far on this channel. It is still very much a baby channel, the cracking out of its little egg. And something that I've only explored so far in short videos is fashion. And that is another thing that I am very interested in. I don't know the most amount. I just enjoy it. I like talking about it. I like trying different outfits. I like sharing what kind of clothing I like and what makes me comfortable. And so today I thought I would create a wonderful union between books and fashion, and we're going to be creating some outfits based on book covers. I've chosen 3 books based entirely off of the vibe of the cover and a little bit about what's inside, but definitely not for one of them. But it was really just trying to pick a range of covers that would lead to a range of different outfits. And the first one I've picked is I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Harpman, and it's a dystopian book that I read relatively recently. It wasn't my favorite read, but it's definitely thought-provoking. It's very philosophical. It's about a woman who remains nameless. She is the narrator, and she has been basically in a cage with 39 other women for her entire life that she can remember. She was very young when she was put in this cage. Everybody else is a lot older and has snippets of memory from before they were in this captive situation. They're watched over by guards who never speak to them. So it is literally like this narrator has never heard the voice of a man, and it's basically about her journey through life and how you understand the world and other people when you have such limited exposure to things. It's also very kind of like nothingy in terms of what happens. If you like things that have some answers and a little bit more action, it's definitely not the one for you. However, I chose it for its cover today because I actually really like this cover. Normally I don't like it when there's images of people on the front cover, particularly faces, but this is so like stylized and obscured that I really enjoy it. So like I just feel like this is a really clean cover. The colors are all just like lovely. And so I looked at that and I was like, I feel like this could make a really good outfit. So I picked out a kind of more casual outfit. I was tempted to go smart for this one, but I picked out something that was more on the casual end. So without further ado, let's switch the scene a little bit and I'll show you what I picked for this cover. This outfit is mostly going to be based on the vibe and the colors of the cover rather than the contents of the book, because it's kind of, the inside is quite somber and dystopian. I kind of want to say drab and very, very philosophical. And the outfit I've put together isn't like the most fun outfit I have, but I wanted to focus mostly on the colors. I really like these kind of slight off-whites and the darkness of it and this kind of like coppery brown color. So I've picked out a few bits that I think create an outfit that gives the vibe of this cover. So first up, I have this t-shirt that I think really matches the kind of unusual greeny blue of the person on the cover. And then it also has the kind of rose gold coloring in the font as well. This bit kind of nearly upsets me, but doesn't quite. I think it still goes okay. So let's put this one on first. So here we have the t-shirt. Voila. Very nice. And the next thing I chose for this outfit was a pair of trousers. Now I couldn't decide between a pair of black smarter trousers because the cover is quite sophisticated. It's a demure book cover, but I decided to go for some jeans. And this is perhaps where the theme of the book plays a little role in the outfit, because I was like, in a dystopian, end of the world, I'm living off the land, I'm walking a lot kind of vibe. What trousers do I want to be wearing? Suit trousers or jeans? I mean, preferably joggers. I could have just gone for these. These are very comfortable, but that didn't feel right for the demureness of the cover. It had to be no more casual than jeans. So I went for jeans because I thought that would be more comfortable in this kind of environment that the book is set in. So I chose these kind of indigo jeans. They're Carhartt. I actually just got them on Vinted, so this is very well timed. I did not time it, but it's worked out very well. I really wanted a pair of Carhartt jeans forever, but they're so expensive. So I went secondhand and they're great. I feel like the stitching of these jeans kind of matches the text on this t-shirt and the little copper vibe that we've got going on the front cover. So here we have the jeans. Ta-da. How do we think we're matching up so far? I feel like we've kind of hit this in the darker colors that I know are a bit closer to black, but I just felt like it worked. I feel like these jeans are dark enough and the stitching detail works really well with the detail on the front cover. And then I do need a belt because these Carhartt jeans come up quite big. There's no real decision behind the belt. I have one black belt with a gold buckle and one with a silver buckle, and I felt like the gold worked better for this. So that was the entirety of my belt decision making done. Okay, great, now I won't have to pull them up every 2 seconds. Next up are the shoes, which are another Vinted find. I feel like they match the neutral border of the book cover, but then also have these little copper touches on them. So I think they work very well. And please do not stress about shoes on this rug. I have checked that all the shoes are clean and will not leave debris, and if they do, I will just hoover it. In my clothing shots, I get a lot of comments of people stressing over this rug because it looks very fluffy and brilliant white, which it is. Every single person we know who is a parent has been like, why the hell did you buy this rug? We do not have kids right now. It is working great. It is not as difficult to keep clean as it looks. And then the final bit of this outfit, which I think brings it all together, is a lovely little shacket. Love a shacket. I got this one quite recently. I think it just works really well because it's got that black, which we have a lot of on the cover, but it's also got touches of the off-white and also the kind of like coppery, rose goldy brown. I don't really know how to refer to it, but I think this works very well. And there we have outfit number 1, based off of I Who Have Never Known Men. I quite like it. I think it hits on a lot of the main colours and the theme and the vibe of the book. I feel like this hinting under the shacket gives the kind of half-hidden face vibe of the front cover. And then I just think the colours work quite well. And when I look at that, this was the outfit that jumped out at me from my wardrobe. It attacked me off the hangers. I think we're vibing together. I think this is good. I think it's a nice look. Without the book, we don't need the book, but we could have the book. Let me know what you think. So yeah, that was the outfit for I Who Have Never Known Men. Let me know what you thought about that. Did you think I got the vibes right? Did you like it? Would you have gone for a similar style, similar colors, that kind of thing? Obviously, I don't have everything, every color and every type of clothing at my disposal, just in my wardrobe. So this is all making the best of what I've got. So yeah, let me know what you thought. The second book that I'm going to be creating an outfit around is All That's Left in the World by Eric J. Brown. It is a YA apocalypse book that's gay as well. Don't we love a little bit of gay apocalypse time? And it basically follows 2 boys, Jamie and Andrew, at the end of the world. A super flu has wiped out a vast majority of the population. It just follows their journey and them learning to trust each other and fall in love along the way. And they come across the best and the worst of humanity. And there's bits that are super frustrating and bits that are super endearing and heartwarming. And I really enjoyed the read, even though it took me a couple goes to actually read the book. The first time I tried it, I got a few chapters in and I was like, I just don't think the writing style is for me. I'm finding it a little bit tricky. And then I gave it another go and I was like, oh no, I just didn't stick with it long enough. So this is the one where I very much created an outfit that was inspired by the contents and the vibe, as well as the colors and the general like style of the cover. I went for something more retro in theme. I tried to incorporate some of these colors, but I feel like if I put all of these colors in one outfit, it might not look the best, or it certainly wouldn't be at all my kind of style. And I wanted to try and stick to things that I would still realistically wear sometimes. And I also took inspiration from the fact that this was an apocalypse book and it gave more of these kind of like retro vibes with this sign and this coloring and everything. This is what I came up with for All That's Left in the World. The next outfit is inspired by All That's Left in the World. This one I've definitely gone for both the vibe of the visuals of the cover as well as the inside of the book to build this outfit, and it's probably the most fun out of the 3, so I'm very excited to try it. Can we take a minute to admire how adorable Apollo is sleeping in the background? I thought he would move and want out the room at some point, but he's chill. He's just staying there. He's clearly had a very busy day. I don't know what he's been doing aside from sleeping and doing more sleeping, but there we have it. Oh, he's stretching. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie, I found it a bit of a challenge at first because this book has a lot of different colors in it, and colors that I wouldn't necessarily all wear together and not colors that I necessarily have pieces of clothing from everything. I've realized because some of the other books I had ideas of making outfits from were very like purple, or there were like big heavy themes of purple, like Wranglestone or Sunrise on the Reaping. And I was like, I don't really own anything purple. Turns out I do, so maybe that's for a future video. But this, I've realized I don't really have anything red. I don't think I have a single thing in my wardrobe where the primary color of it is red. Obviously I've got stuff like this that has red in it, but red things, no, not really. So that was difficult, but I'm very happy with the outfit I've picked, and it is a nod back to my 30th birthday party where I did like a 90s theme. Quite a few of the things I'm wearing are things that I got for that party because it was fancy dress. Let's start with the t-shirt. I think I picked out this very like vintagey Nickelodeon Rugrats t-shirt of Chucky shouting "We're doomed." So we've got the red, and then I think some of these other colors like the oranges and the greens work quite well, and then the off-white I think looks quite nice for a book vibe. Maybe I already gave it away with talking about my 90s themed 30th birthday. I've gone very retro, which is how it fits with the theme of the book, because I'm like, if it's an apocalypse, you're going to be scavenging like secondhand things and things that are going to feel really retro quite quickly. So that's where the vibe came for this. It is also an apocalypse book, so I couldn't resist going for the "we're doomed" vibe. Doomed. It's the end of the world, you kind of are. And then for the jeans and kind of the rest of the outfit, I've also gone quite like vintagey, like 90s noughties style with the idea of practicality. I've gone for carpenter jeans for the rebuilding of the world to put your little hammer in, and they're quite like thick to be durable and keep you warm. They also have very large pockets, which is great. Literally pockets halfway down my thighs, fantastic. And lots of them. Again, we've got the little hook here, back pockets, very big as well. And then these little secret side pockets, which I can't even get my hand all the way down to the bottom of, so I shouldn't drop anything valuable in there, I'll never get it back. And then the thing that brings this outfit all together, that I think brings it very on theme with the book, is the jacket, which I'm very proud of. It's this very like 90s themed, I think they're called shell jackets, but it's got like the greeny blueies and the oranges and just lots of different colors going on. It's very busy, very 90s. I think it's also waterproof, but I don't know and I've not tested it. It doesn't have a hood, which does detract from the practicality points, but I have thought that through, so hold on one second. What I will say, personally, I'm not a massive fan of the fit. It feels very tight around the bottom, but then also like a little bit too long. The sleeves, what's going on with the sleeves? I mean, I know I'm tall, but still, the sleeves should fit. This is not practical for an apocalypse, but if it fitted, it would be very practical. I don't think I've ever zipped it up. What does it look like? Oh, maybe I actually prefer it zipped up a little bit. Maybe we like this. I'm gonna leave it partially zipped, just keep me warmer if anything. And the final thing that finishes off this outfit and makes up for the lack of a hood, one second, this fabulous Power Puffs cap. Ta-da! And it really adds the green. I felt like there wasn't enough green. Like I think I've got the reds and the oranges and the kind of retro vibes that this cover gives me, but I didn't have green. How do we think this outfit did? Oh, shoes. It could not be an apocalypse without shoes. I picked one of my older pairs that are a bit more worn in. Again, check the cleanliness for the white rug. I feel like they really went with the kind of earthier tones in the book and the browns. Okay, now we have a complete outfit. What do we think? All that's left in the world? Would you be happy if this was your apocalypse outfit? I think I would be happier if the jacket fit better, but other than that, this is very comfortable. I feel like it would last, it would keep me warm, and it sends a very clear message that we are currently experiencing the end of the world. And that was my outfit. Let me know what you thought. I think that's probably the most fun out of the three, but definitely the one that I would be less likely to just wear out and about on an average day. As I said, the top half of it was bought specifically for this like 90s themed party that I had for my 30th a couple years back. I like the t-shirt. It's not the normal kind of t-shirt I would pick, but I do wear it sometimes. And the jacket, I would definitely wear it if it fit me properly, but because I bought it secondhand and I got it just in time for the party, I wore it for that, but I haven't really worn it since. But I did like it zipped up. I think that looked better. I went based on the vibes of this cover for that outfit more so than directly the colors, but I think I also incorporated a lot of the visuals as well. But let me know what you think. I'm having so much fun with this video. It's really, really fun to put together. I hope you're enjoying it and let me know if you like this kind of thing. But before then, we have the third book, and this is the only one of the three that I haven't read, The Secret Garden, but I know the story quite well and I used to watch the film a lot as a kid. I saw this copy of the book recently and I just thought it was so pretty. Like it's very reflective. It's got this lovely like raised pattern to it, and it's very copper and green with a bit of gold, which fully inspired the outfit. And I felt like because it's like this fancy hardback and it looks all fancy, because I can't think of another word right now, I went for a more formal outfit for this one. Yeah, even like the inside is so pretty. For anyone who doesn't know, a locked garden lost in time, a lonely girl starved for warmth. When she discovers the key to a forgotten world, she awakens something magical within the garden and herself. As vines unfurl and flowers bloom, so too do friendships, laughter and hope. A timeless tale of mystery, healing, and the power of nature. This beloved classic proves that even the coldest hearts can grow in the right light. If you look the right way, you can see that the whole world is a garden. And it's by Frances Hodgson Burnett. Sorry, I should have said that earlier. Yeah, and I guess my memories of it as a kid are this film about this girl who's really lonely and she finds a garden. There's this boy, I believe he's in a wheelchair. I don't know if he is in the book, but he is in the film, and he's really like sullen and sad at first, and then their friendship kind of brings him to life a bit. But I also remember it being quite sad. I don't remember exactly what happens. I will get around to reading this one day. It just, when I was looking at books with this idea of like making outfits out of the covers, I looked at it, I was like, I have to give this one a go. And this is what I came up with. Are you ready? The last one is this copy of Secret Garden, The Secret Garden. I just think it's very pretty, and so the outfit I've created for this is actually the smartest but simplest outfit. I didn't really have anything that was this light green. I have some things that are more of like a pastel-y sage green, but not anything that goes with the same vibe that I've picked out for this outfit. So let's just try it on and see. This top is another Vinted find. It looks a lot more orange in person, I think, than it's going to show up in the camera. It's a lot similar to the more vivid oranges in the cover of The Secret Garden. I didn't realize, and I'm quite pleased, that for every outfit there's stuff that I've picked up secondhand, because I'm really trying to do better with that, because I used to be quite bad. Always bought too many clothes and I always bought them new. So I'm trying to buy less clothes and buy more secondhand. So here's the top. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very into these kind of V-neck pullover jumpers just for like an easy, smarter top, I think I have a bunch of these. So I've got like this orange one, I've got a burgundy one, a sage green one, and a black one. Oh, and a cream one. And they're just my go-tos. I find them really comfortable, but they also are quite effective to make the outfit look a bit smarter. And then the trousers I picked are these kind of mid-green. They're not quite as dark as the dark green, but they're not quite as light as the light green. So I thought they gave a good middle point for the trousers. What do we think of the trousers? I find these suit trousers really comfortable, and I like these front pleats a lot. I like the looser fit. I used to be a skinny jeans, skinny trousers, skinny everything kind of guy, and now I'm very much into the baggier fit. I think it's very nice. To match the slightly smarter vibe, I went with a pair of black Doc Marten boots rather than a pair of trainers. So here we have it with the Doc Marten black boots, which I think I like. I'm not completely sold on them. I think maybe I would have preferred a trainer with the cut of the trousers, but I don't think they look bad. And I do think that this book cover warranted a smarter pair of shoes than trainers, but maybe these are just not quite the right ones. And then to finish it off, I have this. Just a little gold chain. I think went with the touches of gold because it's got like oranges, but then also some gold bits as well. And that's the third and final book cover. What do we think? Do you like this one? I think this is probably the outfit I would be most likely to wear going out doing something, like to an event. The I Who Have Never Known Men outfit is probably the one I'm most likely to just wear on a day-to-day basis. It's the most similar to my everyday style. And then all that's left in the world was literally a fancy dress outfit, but I don't hate it. And that's all the outfits for this installment of making outfits inspired by book covers. Let me know what you thought of this one. This was definitely the smartest one and one that I would wear to certain occasions. I'm still not sure on the boots. I think I could have picked better shoes to go with this outfit. Other than that, I enjoyed it. I think I put together 3 outfits that I would realistically wear in certain situations, particularly the one for I Who Have Never Known Men. That's just something I would probably wear on a daily basis. I'd be really interested to hear if you like this crossover concept between fashion and books, if you like the idea of fashion content generally, and if you like this video in particular and you'd like to see more, because there are so many books that I could take inspiration from to create outfits out of, and I had a lot of fun making this video. So if you did enjoy it, I would love to make more, and go comment down below the kind of outfits that you'd have put together. I think that's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next chapter. Much love. Bye.